My name is Mike Sullivan. I'm a former IRS agent and teaching instructor. Welcome to my YouTube station. It's the home of the 5-minute or less video. I can tell you what you need to know about a subject in 5 minutes. I've worked for IRS for a decade. I've been in private practice for 4 decades. Yeah, I've been doing this for 50 years. I'm a national expert in IRS resolution matters. As a revenue officer, I taught the offer program, and I've accepted and denied offers, and I was good enough to teach other people what to look for to accept offers and compromise. I have this YouTube station for 3 reasons. I go ahead and I'll give you the inside information from an agent, not someone on the outside, an agent. I go ahead and try to dispel any of the garbage you hear. I don't want you to also to get ripped off. There's a lot of people out there in this space, because there's a lot of money in it, that rip you off. A lot of people you actually see on YouTube are salespeople with a script. They've never worked for IRS, and really they don't know what they're doing. And the other thing, I like to educate you and give you information, in fact, that you need. My whole firm just does nothing but IRS representation. So having worked the offer and compromise program for IRS, I want to tell you what the negative aspects are. There's a lot of positive aspects. You get to settle your debt, you get to release your tax lien, and you're off, you're free, and you're going, but there is a negative side. It's like taking a drug. You can take a drug to do one thing, but the drug always has what's called side effects to the offer and compromise. So let me tell you, just there's really two major ones that you need to know about. A, they extend the statute of limitations for a year plus the time it's in offer status. So normally your case has a 10-year shelf life with IRS, and it's over after 10 years. Once you file the offer and compromise, you've extended that a year plus the time it's in offer status. Right now, it's taking about a year for the IRS to accept an offer and compromise, so you gotta wait that period out for a year. The second thing, in fact, if your offer is not accepted, is you've given IRS kind of a paper trail into all your stuff, your bank accounts, your credit cards. IRS knows now all about you. So when the case comes back to the field, if your offer's been denied by IRS, they know everything about you. So you got to be really careful. There's a lot of positive things about the offer. So as long as you know that your offer is going to be extended for a period of a year or more, and you know that everything on your financial statement is kind of open for IRS to look at to collect the money, as long as you know that you're good to go to the offer and compromise. IRS accepts around 18,000 offers and compromise a year. Offer and compromise, they're really difficult really to get through, and IRS makes them difficult for reasons. They don't want everyone just, hey, here's an offer, settle this, settle that. IRS has a very specific formula, and that formula is, what is your assets worth, and how much money do you have left over at the end of a month that you can give to IRS. IRS creates this national standard tool that's very difficult for people to get in. And if you do not understand the formula, don't file an offer and compromise. Don't do it, because you're not going to get it accepted. Once again, IRS wants to know what your value is in your assets, and the IRS is going to limit you to your expenses. If you're not aware that IRS is going to limit you to your expenses, don't even bother doing your offer and compromise, because offers are a lot more complicated than you think. If you go ahead and you're going to hire a firm other than us, make sure you give them a current financial statement that IRS is going to use so they can value your case. Don't pay anyone a nickel unless they've looked at the financial statement you're going to turn in IRS and give you a free evaluation on that. If they're not going to do that, don't let them even look at the rest of your case, because you're probably going to be ripped off. There's a very, very specific formula for the offer and compromise, and if it's not followed, boom, they're going to kick your case. It's a lot easier for the agent to reject your case than to accept it, because there's a lot more paperwork, believe me, I know, to accept the offer. Make sure your offer's tight. Make sure you know the formula. Make sure you know what the value of your assets are, and make sure you're current. If you're not current on your 1040 and you're not current on your estimate or withholding payments, IRS is going to reject it. I hope I gave you information you need. If you do, give me a subscription. YouTube values subscriptions. That's why they're so big. That's why I have to ask them if you would. You don't. Anyway, leave me a comment. I like comments. If I can help you out by doing YouTube for something, leave it there. Appreciate a like. Subscriptions once are big. Thank you much. You can find my information in the description section below. Thank you.